Here we are at the capital city, Vellweb. The Seven Towers. Is Diaz waiting for us somewhere in there? That is the Tower of the Seven Dragoons. The throne of the Holy Emperor is underneath there. We are standing at the legendary place where humans began their liberation. I wonder if it's an abominable place as well. You think too much. It's the same as Cadessa, isn't it? When you drag the past around, you cannot walk anywhere. It is true, Meru, the Forbidden Land that was the royal capital of the Winglies. And this is Vellweb, a mere historic ruin. Yeah. We can do nothing but settle for the present. By the way, I was going through so many battles just going back and forth, going back up the mountain, the cliffside, only to go back down and try to get that item. I didn't get many Blazing Dynamo done, mostly because I was trying to focus on Perky Step. Got it up to 45 out of the 80 needed. It's now at 400% damage, her strongest attack. And it's going to level up a couple of more times, 100% for each. She will end it off with 600%. That's a powerful attack. Anyway, it's time to move on towards the Seven Towers of the Dragoon, where something is waiting for us, both underneath as well as above. That's right. There's more there than meets the eye. And we got the item Attack Ball. Why do I keep getting all this useless items? Ugh. Oh, look, a couple of merchants down there. Good. I just can't get Meru's attack down. Let's go visit the two merchants. Brother, are there no customers here? I'm not doubting you would though. Don't worry. Believe me, there are always customers even in this kind of place. Okay, I believe you, brother. You're right, brother. There really are customers. It's all due to the skills in my passionate merchant soul. You have to learn from this. I sell weapons, and I sell items. We are peddlers. It must be fated that we would meet here. Yeah, really. You're really out of your way. Why don't you just take this chance to buy something? Let me thank you in advance. I'll definitely buy some new weapons. Can't get enough weapons. Dang, the Giganto ring is pretty powerful. I will recommend it if you want a lot of extra power to your punch. But both of all my guys have something better than the Giganto ring. They're talking about the two merchants that I saw before. Okay, moving right along. Dart, look at that huge battery. Humans shot huge arrows from there, aiming at the Tower of Vellweb. And back then, humans thought this way, that the arrow would not only shear the darkness that covers the earth, but also shear their corrupted hearts, which were accustomed to being ruled. Why are you suddenly starting to say this? I don't know. I still cannot tell. But if we meet this guy who claims he is Diaz, I think we can find out the reason. I'm speaking nonsense again. Let's keep going. A hero from history is waiting for us. Don't know why it does that for those particular steps. Now we're at the 7 towers if I remember correctly. Yep, we're right outside. That door in the background goes to the 7 towers. But there's someone to meet us here. Remember her? I have been waiting for you. You are Shirley? Why? Why are you here? You ascended to heaven, I thought. Before that, I had something I had to take care of here in Vellweb. Words. I couldn't leave the trapped souls alone in this world. Are you talking about? Yes, the 4 souls of the Dragoons who lost their lives during the Dragon campaign. Their souls were drawn to Mayville, the gate of the Inferno from which you can never return. Is requesting the souls of the Dragoons. The dead city Mayville? I thought it was destroyed. I don't know how, but it is true that the gate of the Inferno is open. Rose, I made those souls inert and anchored them to this place. But there is a limit to my power. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. The souls of the Dragoons are wandering somewhere in the towers. But we have to take care of something else now. Let's go find Diaz. Now you can try to go up there to deal with them, but all you'll find is a little cutscene for each of the Dragoons, and no battles. Let's go up there and check on them, right after a quick save. Let's go check on them. Now there is a gem, a colored gem for each area. This one's the electric one, it's purple. All the 7 have a colored gem for their room. Anybody, just satisfy me. That is one of the Dragoons who lived during the Dragon campaign? Shirley said that she's making them inert. That's why it doesn't recognize us. There's no reason to be here now. Yellow for the Earth Dragoon. Children, we will protect your future. Let's move on. There is no reason to be here now. Red for the fire. Blue for the water. I don't like to be alone. Where is everybody? Let's move on. There's no reason to be here now. Black for the darkness. And green for wind. Oh, and there's a white one for Shirley's. For me, life is, death is, and of course there's no reason for us to be here now. The middle one right here is the white one for you know, the light. The gem apparently down here has fallen off. No, it hasn't fallen off, it's just faded. Mostly because, you know, it was white and they probably didn't put as much layer on it. Anyway, let's go on. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. Okay, time to move on. We're getting closer to Diaz with every step. There are items along the way as you go down the spiral staircase. Wow, words are just words. Words just. Rose's hairband. Of course, as you might guess, it's a piece of equipment that only Rose can equip. Avoids instant death and increases a magic attack. I would suggest it. It's a pretty good item. I mean, avoids death. That's pretty good. Instant death is a risk that happens almost constantly. Don't worry, I skipped that door for a reason. Spirit potion. How useless. And now this door, which leads us through here, which leads us straight to Diaz. Now we get to confront him once and for all. Shauna! And floats out. Diaz, here's all 3 divine rune objects. There are no more obstacles to hinder our utopia. Release the girl. Fine. Diaz, what are you gonna do with the divine moon objects? Didn't you hear it from Lloyd? My only desire is the advent of the last species. If you are the true Diaz, you should know what that implies. Total destruction. What do you... Lloyd, well done bringing me the moon gem, moon dagger, and moon mirror. Now we can let the Age embryo, the god of destruction, the last species we desire, the true Age arise. I will create the utopia you wanted after the Age embryo purges the world. Everything so far was an overture to that. Lloyd, he showed you a false utopia from the beginning. You deceived me. My utopia exists in the future of this world. What I desire is the creation of the future, not the destruction of this world. I don't need you anymore. Ugh. Well now, that was violent. Diaz, what are you thinking? I don't need to hide anymore.
It's been a while. Rose, Dart. Father?
Oh, it cannot be!
Finally, it is shown. Zig, father of Dart and lover of Rose, is alive. Is that really you, Dad? You died with Melbu Famar on each other's swords. Rose, what are you talking about? Now I can tell you everything. The beginning of the world was an absolute nothingness, darkness. The creator Soa sowed a seed to the earth. This is the plan of Soa that created all species, the birth of the divine tree. Eventually, the fruit of the divine tree ripened and fell to the ground, and filled the world with life. Gigantos from the 97th fruit, Minotaurs from the 99th, dragons from the 105th, humans from the 1/6th, winglings from 1/7th, and at the end, the fur-age embryo, the god of destruction, was to be born from the 108th fruit. Soa desired the destruction and regeneration of the world by the fur-age embryo, the god of destruction. However, 11,000 years ago, winglings found out the tragedy waiting for them, and sealed the 108th fruit by separating flesh and soul. The flesh of the god, the flesh of the fur-age embryo, was taken away from the winglings as the moon that never sets that glows in the sky. And the soul of the god was captured in the crystal sphere, and Melbu Brahma kept it. Yes, to withdraw unlimited magical power from that, and to conquer the other creatures. However, even with unlimited magical power, the domination was not eternal. Humans arose with dragoons in front. Nothing was their match because they obtained the power of the dragon, and finally they drove Melbu Brahma into a corner. I felt certain of my victory, and it was in the next moment the spell of petrification cast by Melbu captured me. I have waited for 11,000 years. Time, almost eternal, dissolved the spell of Melbu, and I was released from captivity. Days spent with Rose became an eternal past, and I lived as the father of Dart in this age until the tragic day in I cannot believe it. I am here, that is a fact. Then, both Dad and Rose are the heroes of the Dragon campaign? Yes, but that's not all. Humans made a mistake. Silly humans destroyed the crystal sphere, which was the container for the soul, along with the royal capital, Cadessa. The fur-age embryo, the god of destruction, was excludent words, and it could now be born. The free soul released from the crystal sphere started to wander in order to go back to the body left in the moon that never sets, to be born as the last god and destroy the world. The soul without a body possesses a human body and heads for the moon that never sets by repeating the transmigration every 108 years. You now know the soul of God of Destruction is the Moon Child, the truth of the Moon Child in the legend. Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glares red, the Moon Child descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The holy blessing is the destruction. The destruction is so as well. This is the fate that rules the future of the world. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it. In order to deter the birth of the god of destruction, she has had to kill the moon children By stopping her own time, she was even called a demon. That is the true self of Rose, the Black Monster. Dun dun dun. Rose is the Black Monster? Tell me it's not true. The Moonchild has to be killed, and the people around it too, before they become servants of the God of Destruction. Neat too? For 11,000 years there have been no exceptions. God! Why you? Why did you have to be the Black Monster? That's it. What are you going to do? Let me tell you one more truth. Rose, you thought that the Princess Lavidia you killed 18 years ago was the Moonchild. But that is not true. Olivia had a twin sister. No! Shauna is the Moonchild. Shauna is the soul of the Fur Age embryo, the God of Destruction. I'll dissolve the signet of the moon that never sets and cross it with the Moonchild. Now I have everything in my hands. Release Shauna. And are you going to kill her to save the world? I'll kill her. That didn't work. This is the limitation of humans. Zig, why? All is the will of the Creator Sower. My hands start the world, and my hands end the world. Yes, fate desires it. Dad, wait! Shauna! And that's the end of the chapter. Everything is revealed, but some of the stuff is sort of obvious. Like Rose being the Black Monster, most people can see it coming a mile away. I mean, I sure did. Anyway, I'll see you in chapter 4. Bye bye.